let's get the obvious out the way.
Probably like April, March.
Deshaun Watson was out of Houston, and the stories come up. So obviously everyone thinks, oh, how convenient. But then that's sort of both sides. You're like, oh, is that why he wants out of Houston? Because he wants to try to duck this mess, even though, like, that's not how that works, but still. Or you like, oh, no, like, Houston trying to make him look bad since he wants out. Yes, that's the thing, but we don't know what happened. Nobody knows. I'm not trying to discourage one from speaking out. If he was wilding, he was wilding. If he wasn't, then that's crazy. But when it's getting to almost double digit, isn't it like double digit allegations now?
I don't know. I saw no. I don't pay attention to that shit during trade. During what's called trade season.
So all right, it's almost double digit allegations. Clearly, there's something going on, but I don't understand. So teams know this stuff. When I tell you, when you look at the Aaron Hernandez stuff, the Patriots knew about Aaron Hernandez being involved in stuff. They should. University of Florida athletic department knew about Aaron Hernandez being involved in stuff, and not even if it's outside of the legal stuff, where it's like you hear the Eagles releasing stuff about Carson Wentz, where it's like, oh yeah, people didn't really like him, they didn't do this, or like how Washington did RG3, where it's like they start releasing stories to make him look bad.
Yeah. So or Kyrie.
Yeah. If you want someone, how Boston did Kyrie, they release stories to make him look bad. It's just that always happens. So my whole take is, if the Texans knew about these allegations or statements, why aren't they held under fire?
Which they did know, because one writer said, I have a better chance at being a head coach for Texans than they have a better chance at a Deshaun Watson leaving Texas.
Wow.
And then he said, oh, Deshaun Watson definitely going to get traded.
It's interesting to me how like these teams just get away with, clearly they're withholding this information from the public, or they have some deal with the police department. It's like, hey, let's just like let this slide. But then all of a sudden he wants out, and you're like, oh well, fine, everyone's gonna find out what you did. Wait, what? Why aren't the teams need to be held accountable for that shit? The teams really do need to be held accountable for that shit. Like,
I mean, Big Ben did what the fuck he want to do.
Oh,
still got a team.
Oh, and the crazy thing about the Big Ben situation is, well, not even that situation in particular. When you remember the story, me Daniel was telling the story about Donald Trump.
No.
Ben Roethlisberger was involved in that story, where they used his day. Apparently, like he was used as like bait to get her in the room with Trump. See, like this is the stuff where people don't pay attention to. Ben Roethlisberger name being involved in there is something. So it's clearly like people be wilding, but I bet you if he had an issue with Pittsburgh, the Steelers, I bet you that information will come out. I bet you we hear a lot more about that. Yeah. You know, it's really funny. Just these teams want to do this crap, but it's like, nah, y'all are wrong too. Y'all are wrong too. Now, granted, like I said, we don't know what happened. Like honestly, there's going to be like guesses here and there. We don't know what happened, but it's just saying, like, yo, like the teams, like they be tripping.
Even the Robert Kraft shit.
Oh yeah.
After he helped out who?
Oh yeah, Trump.
No, who he helped out before?
Oh, Meek Mill.
Yep.
Yeah.
After he helped out Meek Mill, what happened?
Yeah, you found out about the little massage.
Yeah,
the little massages he had.
Yeah,
the massages he had. But I'm curious too, because they said it was aggressive touching, and it was just, I guess he was like exposing himself. Like he tried to like force oral sex or something like that. That's what the allegations are. We don't know.
I understand. Then this I said the sources are all fucked up. From my understanding, he said, "Hey, can you focus more on the groin?" Now I don't know if he said it technically like that, but still.
But it goes back to what we were saying before, where it's like, are we getting a thing where it's just like you could just say no, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's like, did he do it in a way like just imagine that he did it, like the allegations are true, whatever. Did he do it in a way where it's like, hey, so you trying to, and instead of you just saying no, you felt uncomfortable, or did he do it in a way like, look, girl, like the Peyton Manning thing when he
grabbed her by the head, like, look,
No, he didn't want to train her. One of the trainers in Tennessee, Peyton Manning, like he like sat on her like his bare ass or some shit like that. But y'all let that slide, by the way. But we gonna go with that. Apparently, like he took his pen and he sat on some lady trainer, and everybody like that never happened. Everybody like that never happened. Peyton Manning's the golden child.
What?
Peyton Manning got some wild stories when he was in college.
He sat
on a woman trainer like with like his ass out, like cause she tried suing him, and she wrote a book and everything. Well, he allegedly, but
how?
But this is funny because, like I said, we like to pretend like we care about these things, but it seems to be like it depends who it is. But nah,
did he sit on like a chair?
I don't know the details. I didn't read the book. I just remember that. It's just like, yo, like this stuff. Like you hear wild stories about these quarterbacks. But it's just like really, I don't know what happened. But was it a thing where he made an advance and she could have said no, but she just didn't say no, so he pressed forward? Like, you know, is that really where we're going? Where it's like, no, you can't make any sexual advances. It's like, I mean, just say no.
Have you ever been to a massage parlor?
No.
Really?
Mm.
I went there one time.
Mm. But no, it's just.
No, I was just because it was very uncomfortable for me.
I just don't understand why you like where everyone just feels so uncomfortable saying no. Like, it just that makes zero sense.
Yeah, I much rather hear no, or people use excuse. Oh, I think about it. Like that's still giving hope.
Yeah.
Like just say yes or no. It's not that whole entire thing unless you really gonna think about it.
And like I said, I don't know Deshaun Watson personally, but he does. So I guess it's sort of stupid for me to say this, but it's just, he doesn't come across as a guy where it's like you tell him no and he's going to get aggressive and get mad. You know, like it's just. But like I said, I don't know him personally. I just simply like that. All that stuff's wild. I just don't understand why the Texans aren't being held under fire. Like that's really on y'all too. Like I don't understand. You're trying to slam his name, but really that really makes y'all look bad if you actually think about it.
I went to a massage parlor one time and I felt uncomfortable.
Mm.
But it was because I had a male.
Mm.
And yo, when I say that man hands was soft as shit, I thought it was a girl. I was like, damn. I said, damn, this girl is really strong, and she got some soft ass hands. So I'm just sitting there, you know, getting my back rubbed by this guy. It's like, this shit feels fucking amazing, like fucking amazing. He rubbing on my thighs. I'm like, all right, cool, like whatever. You know, they had to rub your calf and all that other shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then he taps me, be like, roll over. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I can't say nothing after that. Like,
to be honest, and hopefully this doesn't sound like a toxic male when I say this, I just don't want to go to a massage parlor because, like, I feel like my expectations aren't going to be met. And it's, like, not from, like, it's just like that situation. You know, it's like I'm gonna go in there. It's gonna be like
I was like, this nigga felt
this burly ass guy. I'm like, I don't really want you to touch him.
No, he was a strong, like he was a short, like he was a skinny, strong Asian guy. And I was like, yo, like he wasn't brawler, but you know, like he was like strong. I was like, yo, like I gave him like the chest pump and like slid him $5.
I was like, I feel so toxic saying that, but it's like, you know, your thought of a massage parlor is like, you know, you get this pretty girl come in. It's like, you know, I'm gonna get there. I'm like, wait, what is this?
Yeah, I was like, yo. Then they like throw a towel over your eyes, so you just got to use your imagination and just think like, yo, like it's not as bad. And then you're like, damn, this nigga hands are super soft.
And then if you do get a pretty girl and like they'll be like roll over, like yeah, no, I'm not gonna roll over right now. No, it's just no.
I'm not gonna sorry when I rolled over when they got. I can't control it. First time I've been touched in months. Nobody touched me like you. Can I have your number?
Oh my God.